December coming.
It's all you need when you're a star, baby. A star, baby. We all dream of royal.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of RNN News. I'm Katori Green.
And I'm Davon Kimball, filling in for Cortland Montgomery.
And these are your current events for today. Lindsay Lohan has gotten herself caught up yet again. The former childhood star is being charged with leaving the scene of an accident early Wednesday morning in New York City. Lohan was driving in the parking lot of the Dream Hotel when she allegedly hit an employee of the restaurant next door. She kept driving for a little bit more until she parked her car and later left the scene a little after midnight. She was arrested around 2:30 and was later released. The employee of the restaurant was hospitalized for a knee injury, and it was also allegedly reported that she rolled over the feet of two other bystanders, which that's pretty bad. My opinion on the matter is, sweetie, if you can buy yourself a Porsche, you can definitely afford a driver, because getting in trouble with the law like this is definitely not a good look.
Definitely, Lindsay Lohan and Michael Turner could be the best of friends. A controversial video came out that was a huge hit to the Republican Party. Mitt Romney's 47% remark has been an outrage to a lot of people in the community. Even to the Republicans, they are lashing out against it as well. This will be analyzed later on by our political analyst, Eric Cooper.
Now, for college students, summer is such a fun time. You get to go on vacation, you get to go to the beach, and then you have those nice, cute summer outfits that everybody loves to wear. But me personally, I'm a fall girl. So I compiled a list of the top 5 reasons why you should fall in love with fall. Number 1, the fresh new breeze. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely can't stand it sometimes being beaten down by the 90-degree weather walking to and from school. So honestly, the cooler weather is very much appreciated. Number 2, fall fashions. I love clothes. So, fall trends are by far one of the top reasons why I love the fall season. From the cute varsity sweaters to the boots and the cute hats, the handbags, the nice colors like burnt orange and red. I love it all. And the guys look really nice too in this season. Number 3, the changing of our environment. Here in downtown Atlanta, we have a lot of parks with a lot of trees, and when the trees and the leaves start changing those different colors of red and orange and yellow, it really creates a very lovely environment. It's very scenic and very pretty, so I very much so enjoy that part of fall season. Number 4 is Halloween. Here in college, it's Halloween time is actually quite fun. I love to see the way people dress up, the different outfits they come up with. The candy is very much appreciated, and the parties are pretty great too. And now, last but not least, number 5 is Thanksgiving. Really, I love food too, and my family definitely knows how to throw it down when it comes to cooking Thanksgiving dinner. So, from the ham, the turkey, the cranberry sauce, the desserts, all the fixing, I love it all. So, but it's not all about food. It's really about being able to spend time with your family and being with the ones you love. So, you know what? Those are my top 5 reasons why you should fall in love with the fall. And, if all else fails and you don't like any of those reasons, it's another step closer to Christmas. So that ends the current news section, and now we will be heading over to Shantice and Brandon J for M3, where music matters most.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Brandon J here at M3, where music matters most, joined by my lovely co-host.
Hey y'all, I'm Shantice. Today we're going to introduce you guys to Will Hill. Hey Will, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
We're good. So if you don't already know about Will, today is the perfect opportunity to get to know him. So Will, what got you started in the music business?
As a younger kid, my sister showed me different types of music. I was first introduced to Outkast as far as hip hop. My mother was heavily into music because we have heavy music background in our family. But basically, when I was a little bit younger, I wrote a rap and I gave it to my aunt. She thought it was a pretty good rap, and she always kept it. I stopped rapping for then in high school I came back to it and kind of rekindled the flame as far as music.
Okay.
It's a pretty interesting story, man. So you mentioned Outkast, right? So who are some other musical influences?
Pretty much everybody, everything that I do. Everything that I see in my everyday life pretty much influences my music and how I construct my music.
Right. I mean, I'm a big Outkast person, so what's your favorite Outkast song?
Elevators.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I feel that.
So did this love for Outkast or love for artists like Outkast influence your sound? If not, let us know what did.
Definitely. Outkast definitely influenced some of my style as well as everything else that I go through day to day. So basically, anything that I see, do, hear, touch, feel influences my music.
So it sounds like you got a lot of old school hip hop influences. So how would you say your sound is, or your music sounds like to listeners?
I would have to say that the few listeners that I have now, I wouldn't say it's a few, but the kind of following that I have right now, they see kind of like a struggling artist trying to make it. They see a broke mixtape artist. That's what it is right now, and I'm trying to fix that by becoming like going to the next level with my music and progressing and doing things better and better each time that I release something new, so that it gives my fans something to look forward to. Like, it'll be new, it'll be fresh, things like that.
Okay, I think Brandon can definitely relate to that. We talked about that last week. What stuff do you have out now? You have any projects that our fans could possibly listen to so we can get more acquainted with Will Hill, the rapper?
I have 3 projects out. They're called Simplistic Greatness, Dopehead, and WH. Simplistic Greatness was my first project. In my opinion, I really don't like it. There's a few songs on there that are cool, but I feel like I could have done much better. But as far as my 2 latest projects, I feel like they were okay, but there was still room for improvement. So that's what I'm going to do on my next project, which is called Ramadan, which is going to be releasing in February of next year.
Okay, yeah, I remember we were having a conversation the other day, and you said that Dopehead was released this summer, correct? And you've been making your friends wait for a long time, and you said that you wanted this next album or this next project to be a real significant sign of your growth as an artist. So let us know, how have you grown? What does Ramadan specifically signal for you?
Well, Ramadan, the title and the holiday that people practice, is pretty much like making sacrifices to become a better person or to better yourself in the things that you do in your everyday life. So that's what I wanted to do as far as my next project, and as far as my music. I wanted to progress and make sacrifices for me to be better as an artist. So if that means that I have to postpone a couple projects or things like that, then I have to do that in order for me to be a better artist overall. Now, as far as promotions and things like that, I really want to go into things that I've never done before. So last year as a freshman, I didn't have a budget, didn't have anything to do like as far as marketing or anything with my music, but I sat back and watched a good friend of mine named Zip Kennedy. And he kind of showed me like the ropes. He didn't really say anything or tell me how to do it, but basically I sat back and watched how he did it and how he grew a buzz for himself. So this year I'm gonna try and focus and kind of pretty much do things how he did them last year, and kind of improve where I saw that he didn't do some things that he could have.
I can definitely relate to you, on a lot of things that you're saying, as artists here at Georgia State, it is a lot just to get promotion, especially when you have so many people,
Right.
on campus. But I want to go back to something you were saying earlier, about your sound changing. I know for me, and we talked about it last week, there are some things that you go through, or things that happen in your life that make you want to change your sound. So what are some things that you would say happened in your life that made you change your sound?
Overall, I have to say personal experiences and growing up. Over these past couple years, I feel like I've done a lot of growing up and a lot of maturing where I hadn't been mature before. Me and Shantice were talking earlier today, and it's just like I've kind of grown up a little bit, and I feel like I have a lot more growing to do as a person and as an artist. So I want to continue doing that throughout my career as an artist.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? We had to relocate because we had to let Will Hill introduce the squad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so me and Brandon, we went to an open mic the other day, and we seen you bring some friends on stage. You called them LLR. Let us know all about that.
LLR is like my group of homies that I hang out with on Georgia State campus or whatever. Pretty much became like my group of brothers or whatever, like my family, like while I'm on campus and outside of campus as well. But basically it consists of like Deshaun, Reggie, Kia, Justin, Brian, Reese, Russie, Domo, Neil. It's like it's mad deep. So like we just whenever we go places, we just kind of like let people know who we are and just
have fun,
go crazy, have fun.
And I noticed you guys doing that. You guys have like a little chant or something like that where you say, boom.
Oh, gosh.
This shit's kind of fire though, so I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all do it. Y'all go ahead.
Y'all ready?
Alright.
Ferrari! Vroom!
Oh my gosh. Alright, y'all, so let us know if you have any concerts or events coming up that our fans and our viewers can watch.
I actually have something coming up next weekend called the Black and White Affair, which is at 1745 DeFore Place, Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318. And I have another one coming up October 16th called Panther Exchange, which is a Georgia State homecoming event thrown by one of the Rari members, Justin.
Okay.
So he's doing that, and I should have fun at both events. Everybody should come out. The first event is $7 pre-sale. I can sell 20 bands, and the second event is free. So everybody can come out and support.
Well, man, we really want to appreciate you coming. You guys make sure you go see these shows. Make sure you cop these mixtapes. We're going to have all that good stuff up on the screen shortly on the Twitter. Make sure y'all follow them on Twitter. And you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and support, your artists, especially Georgia State students. Make sure you support your artists. Like I said, man, we really appreciate y'all coming.
Before we close out, I didn't mention this, but first and foremost, I want to thank all my New York crew members, home team, High Off Music Entertainment. They are like pretty much who started me on this rap stuff and are keeping me going. And that's High Off Music Entertainment. And you can follow them at Home or Homeless, and that'll be up on the screen shortly too. But yeah, thank them. That's my crew. That's my music crew first and foremost. But these niggas on campus and shit. So turn up.
Alright, well, we want to thank you guys for watching M3 where music matters most. I'm Shantice.
I'm Brandon J.
And we will see you guys next Friday.
Turn up.
Yo, I take it back to the elements, you elementary. They calling me the specialist, this my specialty. And they saying that I'm ripping it so you can rest in peace. Or rest in pieces with the Reese's on the side. Travel out of town, put the leases on the ride. And she
Hi, I'm Eric Cooper, and this is the Political Issues segment. Before we begin the segment today, I would like to inform you, as viewers, that you are welcome to use our comment section right there at the bottom of the page. I did notice one comment last week, and it was that this segment was a little biased, and I can see where that comes from. A lot of people told me that. A lot of people did also enjoy the segment. One comment I want to make is that being that it is political analysis, some of my commentary is going to be a little bit biased because that's how political commentary goes. But what I want you guys to do, if you have a specific issue with any point I make, or if you want to suggest a topic I talk about, that would be great. Just right there in the comment section, right at the bottom of your page. The name of today's segment is called The Entitlement Myth. And I want to touch on this because recently in the news, Mitt Romney made some statements about, people on welfare entitlement programs. I want to show you that clip real quick. Let's cut to clip one.
There are 47% of the people who will vote for the president no matter what. All right, there are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that they are victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing.
As you can see, Mitt Romney pulls no punches in this clip. He basically says 47% of Americans are basically victims, self-described victims who depend on the government. He says that you know, they can't fend for themselves. I don't know if it's because they're not smart enough or they're not able enough. He doesn't specifically say. I mean, but you get the idea. And I take issue with this for a couple reasons. And I just want to go through how we pay income taxes in our country to show why there's such a misinformed statement that Mitt Romney makes. While it is true that 46% of people in our country don't pay income tax, half of those people is simply because they make not enough money for us to reasonably ask them to pay income tax. And of course they pay other taxes like sales tax, which disproportionately affect them as opposed to people like Mitt Romney, who, you know, makes millions of dollars. You have the elderly. Of course the elderly don't pay income tax because the elderly don't work. You have working children. You don't want to ask them to pay income tax because they're probably working to support their families. Also, I wanted to mention the poverty line. You probably hear a lot about the poverty line. Most people don't know actually what the poverty line is for certain groups of people because it's basically broken down in proportion. So one person, the poverty line is $11,000. For a family of four, the poverty line is $22,000. So basically, if you make $22,000, you're not eligible for benefits from the government. And so you can basically see how nobody would really want to be dependent on entitlement programs because that's barely enough to survive in our society, like, at all. Even members of Mitt Romney's own party are running away from the statements that he made. I'm going to read you a couple of quotes. First is a quote from the senator of Connecticut, and she says, "I disagree with Governor Romney's insinuation that 47% of Americans believe they are victims who must depend on the government for their care." And also I'm going to read you a quote from Senator of Massachusetts. He says, "As someone who grew up in tough circumstances, I know that being on public assistance is not a spot that anyone wants to be in. Too many people today who want to work are being forced into public assistance for lack of jobs." So with all that said, you gotta do better, Mitt. That ends my segment. My name is Eric Cooper, this is Political Issues, and next we have sports with Vontae Robinson.
What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Brandon J here, special guest host for Let's Talk Sports, joined by Vontae the Great. Today we're gonna start off talking with a little college football. So Vontae, tell me, who do you like in the SEC?
The SEC, aka NFL #2, the obvious favorite, of course, is Alabama. I mean, that front seven alone, bro, that's gonna take them a long way. Period. The LSU still balling without Tyrann Mathieu. Sorry, man. You know my heart goes out to the man, dog. You know they got Missouri in there now. I really don't think they're gonna make no noise like that. But I mean, with some time, they'll be a respectable ball club like that. But yeah, definitely Alabama. Alabama, period, dog. Alabama, they might be in another championship, dog. Straight up.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of UGA fans gonna be upset, that we didn't even talk about them. But I mean, UGA, they're trying to get some stuff done. But honestly, I think Aaron Murray's flop, bro. I really think he is.
Agreed.
I mean, he's not quite putting up to the hype, that people put out there for him, at the beginning of the season.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's a Trent Dilfer type guy. You know what I'm saying? He need to just be a game manager, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let your defense do work, bruh, and just don't fuck it up.
Right.
Period.
Well, I mean, it definitely seems like UJ is just going to have to rely on the running backs.
Yeah. Like I said, Alabama #2.
So it looks like they're going to have to rely on the running game. But moving along, we're going to talk about our championship picks. So for the BCS national champions, who do you think is going to get it?
All right, so I gotta put defending national champions.
Of course.
Alabama.
Of course.
The national favorite. Alabama with that stupendous defense, man. And then I'm gonna go ahead, albeit that they lost to Stanford, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to USC. I still don't see anybody else touching that passing attack, man. If Matt Barkley can get right, which he will get right. I can see them doing some things.
I mean, he's got threats. He's got great receiving core. You know,
The best wide receiver
ball
tandem
too.
in the
Exactly.
nation.
Exactly.
Both of them boys gonna have 1,000 yards this season. I bet you. Only thing is with that pressure that Alabama gonna put on him, I don't know. You know, we seen he got forced into some mistakes in the Stanford game. So, you know, and that was just Stanford.
Exactly.
So, you know what
I mean, he's got to be better than that, especially as a quarterback. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to get hit in the game, you got to be able to take the pressure and, you know, keep calm and control your offense. If you can't do that, then you're not going to get it.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, hopefully he do his thing, though. But, honestly, though, I'm going to keep it real, though. Alabama might just win it, though. Alabama might just win it, take the whole thing. I want to say it's going to be a close game, but, like, if Alabama wins it, it might be, like, you know what I'm saying, like, 21-3 on the real. On the real.
I mean, Bama's just got such a beast team, man. I don't even know what else to say.
When you're the best team in the nation, everybody want to go there.
Exactly.
So when you keep getting high, you know what I'm saying, high quality, you know, talent, there's not much you can do.
And they got a great program. I mean, you got good coaches. You know, you got people who can not only just have good players, but run a great team as well.
Yeah.
So
Nick Saban, aka Nick Saban. You know, I don't necessarily like. He's like that daddy that just got. He put the boys on a short leash, leash. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Like, do I agree with it? I mean, it's effective. I'm gonna say that. It's effective, you know. So keep on going, Nick Saban. Keep on going.
all right, you guys. I guess that's gonna wrap it up for our Let's Talk Sports segment. I'm your special guest, Brandon J, joined by
Vontae,
Great. And we're gonna see you guys on our next episode.
Turn the lights up.
What's up, guys? It's Davon Kimball, and it's time for the Keeping It Real segment. Today's topic, the use of the N-word in society, especially upon us as African Americans. So, guys, the N-word, we use it a lot, especially in everyday conversation, but it was used so negatively by us in the past to degrade us. So, why do we use it to refer ourselves like as bros and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, I feel like historically, of course, it has a bad connotation, but I feel like in taking it and using it to empower oneself, it just kind of flips it. For example, like, you know, I guess if you just like, if you throw it in people's face and say, hey, I'm not gonna let it affect me, in fact, I'm gonna turn it into a positive thing, it just kind of changes the whole dynamic of the word.
I really feel like it's all subjective to who you are, who you hang out with, who you interact with on a daily basis. It's like, it's just language, man. It's human speech. We all interact different ways. I might have a friend, I'll be like, hey, that's my nigga, but so this person over here might not feel like that's the way they should. Hold on. Just keep going. Well, yeah, I feel like if that's the way I feel like using it, that's the way I should use it. But if anybody else doesn't feel that way, then they don't have to.
Okay. Well, I think essentially my stance is that it's pretty derogative to call somebody the N-word. But, you know, while talking to some of the guys before the show, I guess the way that you use it really does affect like how it comes across. If you say it in a disrespectful manner, or if you're just saying it to say, hey, you know, I guess that's okay, but at the end of the day, I think it's pretty ignorant and that we probably really shouldn't say it. Not saying that I'm trying to make anybody stop saying it or whatever the case, but just be, notice like how you come across when you do say that word. It's not always good.
Check it out. Alright, I know y'all mamas done told y'all before, sticks and stones will break your bones, but what? Words never hurt you? Same concept, bro. I mean, I understand, you know, exactly. Oh, shit, I'm looking at the camera and shit.
Go ahead, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand where it comes from and whatnot. That was back then, bro. You know what I'm saying? Way back then, you know. When I say nigga, I'm not, you know, being disrespectful or anything like that. Nigga is a term of endearment to me. You know what I'm saying? I call my white homies nigga. whatever you is, Mexican, Spanish, European, all that shit. You still my nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's universal, dog. And I feel like that alone, you know, like takes away the power from the word. You call me a nigga, even if you try to be disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? It's still really not gonna make me feel some type of way or whatever, because I already know who I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga. That's you know what I'm saying? I'm that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it like that, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna use it, you know what I'm saying, use it. If you're not, that's cool too, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna do me no harm, you still my nigga. So I mean, I'm gonna keep it like that.
So how did you guys get nigga into your vocabulary? Like who introduced you to the word nigga?
The same folks who said don't use nigga. You know what I'm saying? My peoples, you know what I'm saying? The old heads, you know what I'm saying?
Real talk, like I sit around with my pops and he sit there with his old heads with the homies just drinking beers or whatever.
Look at
Nigga, look at this nigga, like I'll be there like trying to like chop it up with him, and you know me being the young guy, I was little back then. I'd say something stupid. He'd be like, "Nigga, hush!" Like just some small stuff like that.
Definitely. I've always heard of the term. There's a difference between nigger and nigga. Is there really a difference between both those terms?
Yeah,
I mean, even though nigga comes from the basis of the word nigger.
See, the hard makes it offensive. The hard, it reminds us of where it came from. It evolved into nigga afterwards, and it's cooler to say.
The thing is, like, nigger is not slang, bro. You know what I'm saying? You trying to be disrespectful. You know, you ain't trying to be cool. You try, that's like talking about my mama, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, like that's the way I see it. But you know, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I use it. If you gonna use how I use it, I mean, I'm not gonna feel no type of way about that. Do I go around calling everybody else nigger? No, that shit don't even sound cool to me, dog.
Oh.
That shit don't even sound cool, man.
Have you guys ever had an instance that someone that is not of your ethnicity call you nigga?
Yeah.
Such as Hispanic, white.
Yeah.
And you guys are comfortable with that?
Like we said, man, it's subjective. If you got white homies and they use the word nigga around you, like in the confines of wherever y'all at, and y'all don't care about it, like that's just them. Like that's the homie. Like we had plenty of white homeboys like, "What's up, my nigga?" But I don't think they'd go up to anybody else and say that. But it don't matter.
And then honestly, truthfully, you know what I'm saying? Like the white folks, you know, like I give them a pass or whatever, you know. And honestly, them niggas don't even use that shit that often. You know what I'm saying? Like Drew might call me nigga, bruh, probably like half a time, dog. Half a time. You know what I'm saying? For real. My Mexican homeboy, he said that shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But probably like 8 times. I can count on on my fucking hands how many times this don't use the word nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, they still got the respect factor or whatever. So they not even like abusing that shit. Now I say nigga 10 times, nigga. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you over here saying no. I don't think you agree to this. What's on your mind? Say it.
It's not okay.
But you have to see that nigga is just a cool word. Everybody wants to say nigga. White people want to say nigga. Mexican people want to say nigga. Everybody wants to say nigga.
Understand
It's
that,
a cool thing to say.
But I don't think we should teach our kids that it's okay.
But why?
Like in the future.
But why?
Because I think as time progresses, we should be trying to educate ourselves and educate our youth. And I certainly don't want my children to think that it's okay to just be like, hey, nigga, what's up?
But
no,
why?
Because I want them to be.
Let me finish. Why? I want to know exactly why. Like, what is your reasoning? You just don't like it? Is that why it is? Or do you have a specific, like, reasoning?
I just think it's pretty just ignorant to say. It doesn't have to be something that's a part of your daily conversation. There's other words that you could use to substitute nigga, like.
Bruh.
Yeah. And I think the more that you teach your kids that you probably shouldn't say it, and the more people stop saying it, in years to come, maybe people won't say it anymore.
But doesn't the word only have that connotation if you give it that connotation?
That's true. But still, in my opinion, I don't want my kids saying it.
I understand that. Now, my take on it, as far as like, you know, with my children and things of that nature, far as like, I'm gonna tell them, you know what I'm saying, like where it came from. I'm gonna tell them how I use it. They gonna see how I use it, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I'm not just gonna be like, you know, don't say nigga, like, you know, I'm gonna let that be their decision. And then, even then, you know, niggas not something you use like in the workplace and those shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So the whole ignorance thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, when I'm with my people or whatever, when I'm just kicking it or whatever. You know, I can't walk into the office, you know what I'm saying? What's up, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Let's sit at the desk, you know what I'm saying?
My nigga, let me get a raise, my nigga. Sign on the pay stipend this week, my nigga.
Nah, he was like, nigga, you fired, you know?
All right, guys, as much as I want to keep this going on, we got to end the segment here. I'd like to thank Mr. Vontae Robinson, our sports guy. We got Couture Green of Current Events, our special guest, DeMarcus Denham. Thank you for being on the show. And political issues analyst Eric Cooper. Thank you guys for watching the first ever Keeping It Real segment. If you want to get on this segment, just tweet us at WeAreRNN, and I guarantee you will be on. So until then, see you.
Alright guys, we want to thank you for watching another installment of RNN, but first, we want to wish our co-host Brandon J a special happy 20th
Turn up!
birthday.
Oh yeah.
Turn up!
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Turn up.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
Popping bottles.
Drink.
What's the first thing you're going to buy?
Drink.
Bottles.
Drink.
Bottles. Alright
Right.
guys, well, we'll see you next time.
Not
Thank
too
you
much
for,
though. Drive safe, y'all.
thank you for watching RNN. Bye.
Well, some nights I wish that this all would end, 'cause I could use some friends for a change. And some nights I'm scared you'll forget me again, but some nights I always win. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know.
Will, how are you doing today?
Good, how are y'all?
If you guys don't know about him already,
I'm gonna
today.
answer the question. Good, how are y'all? If y'all don't already know,
Rolling. Action.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't really get what you were saying.
I said it in French.
Action.
Action.
Get my 2 seconds of
Right
fame.
here.
2 seconds.
Right here. But I'm doing too much.
You know, we had to do this because we had to let.
Couple of clips. Not show. Read you a couple of quotes. I want to read you quotes.
Cool G head to toe, so you know I'm getting low.
Wow.
You know with the play, you know with the play, you know with the play. Bam,